Hello and welcome to Behind the Ballet. I'm Elizabeth Kaye, and today I'll be telling you about two ballets in the program ABT at 85, Innovations Past and Present. The first piece has just been created for ABT's exceptional dancers by the Brazilian-born choreographer Juliano Nunes, a former dancer whose visually arresting works combine the balletic with the abstract in such unique and exciting ways that they teem with inventive movement and feeling. His new work, Have We Met, is rich with the imagination, emotion, and magic that make his work sing. He wrote the unusual libretto with his partner, Youssef Hotate, who also created the unique sets and costumes. Have We Met unfolds over 2 centuries in which two people come together in 2 places, each of them a bridge in New York City. In 1928, they meet under the Manhattan Bridge. In 2038, they meet under the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, when you think of the meaning of the word bridge, it is something that connects 2 things. But in 1928, these 2 people are not sufficiently connected to withstand the ways in which society drives them apart. But 110 years later, their souls are fused together, and their bond is unassailable. Now, to watch all this occur through the singular beauty of dance is to be taken on a journey into that precious realm of love. And when asked what he hopes the audience will feel, Nunes replied, "I can wish a lot of things for the audience to feel, because there is a lot to feel. I am not even going to say, I hope they feel it. I am sure they will." The second work is an epic and timeless ballet created in 1947 for Ballet Theater, as ABT was known in the early days. It was envisioned and choreographed by a man who had established a ballet school but did not yet have a ballet company. His name was George Balanchine. The title he gave this grand ballet is Theme and Variations. As Balanchine asserted, Theme and Variations is intended, and I quote, to evoke that great period in classical dancing when Russian ballet flourished with the aid of Tchaikovsky's music. He's referring, of course, to the magnificent achievements of Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky and the Imperial Ballet's ingenious choreographer Marius Petipa, who created The Sleeping Beauty, The Nutcracker, and Swan Lake, all of which premiered in the 1890s. Like those 3 pillars of classical dance, Balanchine's Theme and Variations provides an unusually rich display of the classical lexicon, with its exquisitely intricate dancing of the corps de ballet and the soloist, and the eye-popping bravura of the principals. But unlike the classical ballets that inspired it, and in keeping with Balanchine's own aesthetic, it has no plot. Balanchine became fascinated with plotless ballets when he was a student at the Imperial Ballet School. Back then, he assumed what everyone assumed at that time, that ballet is required to tell a story. But then he saw a ballet that captivated him. The ballet was Les Sylphides, created in 1909, and the first ballet to have no plot. The young Balanchine was amazed that a ballet could engender so much romance and mood and emotion simply through dancing. Years later, when he had moved to New York, Balanchine attended a performance of Ballet Theater where he saw Les Sylphides again, and he marveled anew that its choreographer, Michel Fokine, had managed to create a plotless work of such beauty, tone, and emotionality. He said to a friend, "If Fokine could do it, why can't I?" And of course, he did create plotless ballets countless times, including when he made Theme and Variations, his ode to the brilliance of Petipa and Tchaikovsky. From his youth, Balanchine was influenced by these 2 men in ways that were both profound and permanent. Petipa had died in 1910 when Balanchine was 6. Tchaikovsky died 11 years before Balanchine was born. But at the Imperial Theater, where Balanchine trained, everyone spoke about them as if they were alive, and Balanchine, throughout his life, literally felt their presence. So much so that he said often that he somehow consulted with Tchaikovsky and had conversations with him. As he put it, "Without Tchaikovsky's help, I would not have managed. I'm not smart enough for it. For Balanchine, music was primary. Ballet, he said, is music made visible. And he would make 14 ballets to the music of Tchaikovsky, whom he loved, as he said, like a father. He described Petipa as his spiritual father, and just as Petipa had done when he created classical ballet in the 19th century, Balanchine took ballet to a new level by expanding on the technique he had been taught and elongating every movement, with legs lifted higher, arms stretched farther. He made ballet bigger and more dynamic, with higher jumps, sharper steps, swifter turns, off-kilter balances, and an overall speed and voltage that accelerated the flow of the choreography and could be achieved only in the 20th century. The Balanchine always revered Petipa's classical style. He himself was a modernist, and as such a minimalist who distilled what we see on the stage, dispensing with classical ballet's fondness for mime and lavish decorations, as he highlighted and celebrated ballet's one irreplaceable element, the dancers themselves, their bodies, their movements, their sense of theater and musicality. The result is ballet as living poetry. Theme and Variations gives us that poetry through 23 minutes of nonstop dancing in a wondrous variety of forms. There is the precision and grace of its opening moments, the whiplash speed of the leading ballerina's first solo, the delicacy and dreaminess of the corps de ballet and soloists dancing together, the virtuosic solos of the male dancer, which prompted Mikhail Baryshnikov to say, "The Theme and Variations is the most taxing ballet he ever danced." There is the lush, courtly pottage of the principals, followed by the ebullience of the polonaise, danced by the entire cast to Tchaikovsky's glorious music. And on it goes, moment by magical moment, that gives us an incredible gift, replete with beauty, luster, and power. And as we watch ABT's amazing dancers soar and whirl, it seems that their grace, strength, and stamina are a living embodiment of the indomitable human spirit. As such, they dazzle our senses and lift our hearts. Goodbye for now, and thank you for joining me for Behind the Ballet.